Friday the 13th of November 2015, the Airfields of Britain Conservation Trust unveiled their 48th marker at the former RAF Bitteswell airfield in Leicestershire, now known as Magna Park. Little or nothing of the old airfield can be seen these days, so here is an overlay of the runways and perimeter track. The event was organised with the help of the present owners, IDI Gaisley. It was agreed that the location of the marker would be on the central reservation on Hunter Boulevard, the entry road to Magna Park. As expected at a distribution centre, this entrance was very busy with heavy lorries going to and fro, so much of what was said was drowned out by the passing traffic. The proceedings were opened by Gwyn Stubbings, Planning Director for IDI Gaisley, who was accompanied by Councillor Tony Hirons, Lutterworth Town Mayor, Councillor John Everett and Kenneth Bannerman, Founder and Director General of the Airfields of Britain Conservation Trust. Gwyn then gave a brief background history to Magna Park. Purchased in 1987 by the Asda MFI Group for retail warehousing and distribution, the 550 acres site has, at this time, 32 large buildings housing many major companies and employing over 10,000 people. Over the years, it has become a major distribution complex. In the process of construction, almost all visible aspects of the former RAF base have been lost, so in recognition of its airfield heritage, many of the new streets and roads have been named after aircraft that were either based or landed there. Gwyn then invited Councillor Tony Hirons to say a few words from a local perspective. Councillor Hirons well remembered Bitteswell as an operational airfield and watching the Red Arrows rehearsing. He said he was delighted that the airfield was going to be officially commemorated and looked forward to seeing what was underneath the cover. Kenneth Bannerman then spoke about the history of the Bitteswell airfield. Opened in the summer of 1940 as an emergency landing ground, No. 18 Operational Training Unit based at Bramcote, Warwickshire used it until 1943 and it became Bramcote Satellite. There was extensive reconstruction in 1942, and in the early summer of 1943, No. 29 Operational Training Unit, based at Bruntingthorpe, took charge until Bramcote took over again in November 1944 with No. 105 Transport Operational Training Unit. At the end of the war, RAF Bitteswell continued as a flying training unit and for storage use until the 3rd of June 1947, when the airfield was passed to the Ministry of Supply. This move made it possible for Armstrong Whitworth, who had been building Avro Lancasters on site since 1943, to buy Bitteswell some years later in 1956. Armstrong Whitworth later became Hawker Siddeley, and later still, British Aerospace. The airfield saw many types of aircraft come and go, but when the retirement of the Vulcan bomber was announced in 1982, the site was quickly run down. There was some limited flying after this, and an attempt was made to open a working aviation museum, but this failed to happen and the site was sold in 1987 and Magna Park came about. At the end of his brief history, Kenneth Bannerman invited the others to join him to help unveil the double-sided marker.